To get a new project file, you again go back to the download section. In the documentation, there's an empty access repository file, which I'm going to go ahead and download. You can use this file, which is just in a zip file because it's an MDB file, move it to a project area that you want, and then rename it by the name of your project. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to show it where it is right now, and I'm going to just cut this out and move it someplace else. I'll dump it here. And then I'm going to go ahead and extract it. And then I'm going to make a copy of this. And I'm going to rename it Salesforce project. I leave the other one by making a copy of it so that I can always go back to and have to be able to use this empty repository again by just copying it again and naming it something else. So once we have the project, what we really need now is a 32-bit data source to point to this project. So let's go and do that. So let's see here. Close this, this, and this, and this. And let me go to my shortcut for my 32-bit data source, and I'm going to go ahead and add a brand new one. I want an access driver, so here it is, and then I'm just going to give it the same name. I normally use the same name for whatever I call the access repository. I also call the data site name, the data source name, the same. It helps me remember where everything is. And then I'm going to go ahead and select that where I put it in that folder. So let's go. See where I put it here. There we go. And then I'm going to click OK. Now that the access has been set up, I can actually use it. So let me just bring the DataBridger back up. And then I'm going to go ahead and open it. And it's going to say, OK, what do you want to use for your project? And then I'm going to point it to that new access repository. So I point to my machine data sources, and I'm going to go find the one that I called Salesforce project. Click OK. Click OK. Create the new repository stuff. And now I have a blank tree. Salesforce is going to be one of our data sources, as well as the CSV files, and we're going to go through that in the next video. But just to kind of give you a sense of how you work in the DataBridger Studio project, we'll be working from top to bottom, or if you prefer the icons left to right. So we'll first open up our data sources, we'll describe how to move them, and then we'll actually do the movement itself. Connect, map, and move. So let's move to the next step.